dollars last year. So how much is too much? We're back with our panel, Paul Servino, Jay Townsend, and Tamara Holder. All right, Jay, how much money is too much? President Obama made $5 million last year, but he seems to not like the fact that people make a lot of money, some people.
I can't answer that question, but obviously the president has some idea. So my question would be, what panel is he going to appoint to determine when you are making too much, and what panel will decide that you are not allowed to make any more?
Tamara, he was obviously off the teleprompter when he said this. Do you think that he regrets saying this? Because let's face it, one of his biggest supporters, Oprah Winfrey, the richest woman in the world, has she made too much money?
Well, he didn't define what too much money is. I think that $5 million plus the president's salary is a lot of money. Does that make me a socialist? No. I don't think that he defined it. And for us to take apart and piecemeal every single thing he's ever said is really stupid. It's a waste of our time. I'm not happy with the president.
Well, when he said spread the wealth during the campaign, that was just a side comment too, but it almost changed the entire campaign.
I understand that, but he's the president. He can also sway a little bit and say what his public opinions are, what his personal opinions are. Not everything he says, there's some subliminal message, and we just really need to be very careful about that.
Or maybe it's the opposite, Paul, that there's a huge message in what he says. You're from the Hollywood elite. Hollywood stars make a lot of money. George Soros, who's a friend of the president's, make a lot of money. Warren Buffett. Do all those people make too much?
I don't think that was his point. I think I agree with Tamara that there's no message to be garnered from that. But I think psychologically and sociologically, he sees things through a different prism than a lot of the rest of us do.
In what way?
Well, I think he is, what he's really saying in a rather crippled way, and too much off the cuff, is rich people should give a lot of money to poor people. I mean, that's his whole hue and cry as a person, it seems to me. And I think in so many ways he's a very laudable individual, and in his own way a great man. Some of the ways that he's expressing himself, they talk about him being a great communicator. He really is not. A lot of the things he says are halting, and a lot of the ideas that he prefers are not really that thought out, because he shoots from the hip too much. And because he's a very intelligent man, images come to him quickly. The fact of the matter is that it's absurd to think that someone can, okay, you've made enough money, so who's going to be the judge? Who's going to be the committee? No committee, it's me. I'll decide who's making too much money, and you'll just call me up and I'll tell you.
Brings us back to Jay's original point, is how would you ever decide that? Panel, thank you so much for your thoughts this morning. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Let's go out to the green room to see Steve and Brian.
All right, Gretch, thanks very much.